You're in control a lot more, in my opinion, than say an office position where your rate and salary is static.
I do this because I can make a good living. If I'm careful and I don't have too many problems or downfalls, I can really do quite well. I don't have a mansion, but we live in a nice home. We live in a nice area. We live out in the country, and that's all been afforded to the trucking industry and doing what we do.
I don't have anybody pushing me to do this, do that. I set up my goals. I know where I'm going, and I go there.
It's already started to work out for me financially. Like I say, I was living on AISH, a government disability program. You're only getting $1,726 a month. I just have to be more prepared with the financial end. For me, it's a lot to really be more prepared when you're handicapped.
The top financial goals is, number one, is to get out of debt. I don't like debt. I don't like keeping debt, and I don't like to accumulate debt. So my number one goal is to get out of debt. I like to have a comfortable life, and for me, comfortable life is if I want to take a month off, go see my family or go to Europe. I want to have the money and the flexibility, and I don't have to be tied up to a bank or someone else, like a financial institution, for me to be in debt.
I mean, when you don't have debts, apart from mortgage, no credit card checks, debts, all those stuffs, and I've paid off my truck, and I'm able to be having some savings, consistently, no matter how small, and I can afford the vacation with myself and my family. So the rest is not so relevant.
Financially, I'd like to have a nice retirement, a comfortable retirement. Those are material goals. Everybody wants to have their stuff, I guess. And that would, for me, that would be that I want to make sure that my home is okay, and I'm set that way financially, and I'm stable, I guess is the word I'm looking for. I want to make sure that financially I'm stable, and I'm in a position at some point in my life to maybe, if I have to back off and pursue a couple other things, I can do that.
Just save money. My financial goals are very, very simple. It's just save, and try and, eventually buy a house or a condo and a decent vehicle, and then have enough that I could retire, maybe go back to school as well, and learn how to run a web store or something like that, some kind of business that I can do. Or I'm looking at very cheap retirement goals. Like I know I'm never probably going to own a $400,000 house. And it just depends on how long I can go trucking and what I can make and what I can save. But it'd be nice to get a house or a small house on a piece of land or something where I can maybe even just grow organic vegetables and sell them.
Being debt-free, having a nest egg put aside, and being able to take the vacations, like when I want and how long I want. One great thing about this particular industry, and of course with a great company, is that you choose, you want to take 2 weeks off, or some take a month off, and they can afford to do so. And that's where I kind of want to be.
I need like 3 or 4 years, and I should be where I'm at. Right now I'm starting from the bottom, and I'm hoping that working for ET will give me the opportunity so I can make it happen.
I don't consider myself a rich man, no. But in general, no matter the amount of money, you will always want to have more.
Well, unfortunately, I'm not close. I've started lining that up in the last couple years. It's a long work in progress, being debt free and all that takes a lot of time, patience, perseverance. In the next 10 years, I would hope to have more of the financial flexibility to do as I choose.
I've met most of my goals. Everything that I've wanted to do in this business, I've done. The only one thing that I've got left that I want to do is I want to walk into the truck dealership and I want to slap down and buy a brand new truck. Nobody's ever touched it. Brand new, order it, spec it the way I want it. This is what I want. This is what I want in it. That's the last goal I've got left that I really want to do. I kind of did that with this one. I got this one when it was almost new. It was only a couple months old, but I'd like to. My last goal would, I guess, be to walk in and buy my big shiny truck with all the chrome and all the crap, and kind of just ride off into the sunset with it. That'd be it.
I know I won't be trucking forever. It's just with my spinal injuries and everything else. I know I just can't. For now I can, and I'm grateful and thankful and I'm lucky. So I'm going to run as far as I can. I'm hoping for, 52. So I'm hoping to maybe 60, 62, 65.
Yes, absolutely. I may not work as hard as I am now. I may just be home on the weekends. I may be home every 3 days, but right now this is what I have to do to make it happen.
As soon as I've set the date for my retirement, I will already have something else on the go. I won't be able to retire from trucking and walk away and retire and spend 8 hours a day on a golf course or of course I'm going to do some of that, but I'm still going to work, and chances are I will be involved in something, whether it be consulting, safety, compliance. I don't think that I'm going to walk away. This is one of those industries that once it's in you, it's like DNA, man. You can't get rid of it. At least for me, I don't think I'll be able to walk away from the entire industry. And somewhere or another, I'll stop driving and I'll retire, but I will definitely probably be involved in some way or form.
I don't think anybody can achieve all the financial goals, because there will always be something you want. But with the things I need, if I can get them, I should be satisfied. And with that satisfaction, I should be ready to go on retirement.
I would say yes. I wouldn't do it, as I wouldn't be working as hard and making, top dollar. I would probably be more into the sightseeing and taking loads to places that I would prefer going, and on a irregular basis. Maybe take the family with me, more as a casual job rather than a permanent job.
It's a rough place to be in, but if you have the right education and you have the right set of mind, you can make it. It's sacrificing a lot in the long term, but there's a payoff at the end if you learn how to manage your money, your time, and your relationship.
The life of many people depends on your attitude on the road. Be a defensive driver. Don't rush. And don't go into rage on the road. Have your goals set. Work towards the goals, but don't rush.
I start work anytime between 3 in the morning and 7 in the morning, and I can work right up from till 7 o'clock at night to midnight. Those are my work hours, and I work a 70-hour week. Sometimes a little bit less, but generally I run my logbook out. I'm probably close to, I'm in the 60s, 60-hour week easily, and know that you're probably going to do that. And if you're willing to do that, and you know that you're going to accept that, and you're willing to do it, then you know what? Keep going and just be willing to work hard, and don't be in a hurry.
Pick and choose your companies. I mean, there's short drivers in both Canada and the U.S. Don't forget the possibility of maybe looking at a working visa for the U.S. There's a lot of companies that that'll pay good money be active and healthy and eat healthy, and drink lots of water and avoid the sugar and the salt. It'll kill you fast, especially when you're sitting, driving for long hours.
Where's your starting point? And from your starting point, you're going to have to say, well, how am I going to get there? So just buying a truck, let's say, and going out on the road is not really a very elaborate plan. It's not including any hiccups you're going to get on along the way, and you're going to have them on the personal side and on your business side. Like, come up with some baby steps so then you can see and achieve minor goals, and then that way that will prompt you into getting further along and eventually achieving your master goal of financial security.